Mid-December, welcome back to my ELMCREEK adventure on Farming Simulator 22. It's day 15 with me, MrSealyp. It's December the 15th. Sorry it's late, ladies and gents. It's been one of those days. As you've already seen, I'm just coming to check and see if we had a snowman. No. I've been doing a bit of wandering. I've been doing some jobs, as you've already seen. That's what I was just about to say. We took the Steyr back and we sold it, and we purchased, well, I think it's pretty obvious what we purchased. Just by what we were looking at, we have gone up some horsepower. Our John Deere currently sits at 140 and the Steyr was 135, or possibly the other way around. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So this is sitting at 140 and the new one is 170. Obviously it's not, there is a modded one knocking around which goes up to 190, but this is the base game one and it was under the sale items. Saying that, of course, is as well, I need to do my daily check and we wait till the end of the episode. No way. Oh, look. I know it's only got a small, a 4,900 litre. I have to buy the header for it. 4,900 litre. Oh, this was not going to be my plan today. I wasn't going to do this. I was going to get the TX32 for 55 grand. But for 26,000, we can pick ourselves up our first harvester. Shall we do that? Probably should have been on the thumbnail, shouldn't it? You know what? We'll leave everything standard for the time being. 26,390. I'll tell you what, the used vehicle market is absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's not a big harvester. Yes, I'm going to need a header. The header's probably going to cost more than the harvester. 25 grand. But then I suppose if I'd have bought the other one, it would be 55 grand for the harvester, then header on top. So that's not so bad. We don't need it. I say we don't need it immediately. We could do with it immediately, couldn't we? Actually, no, not necessarily immediately. We'll go and pick that up later on. But a few things we need to be getting on with. Last night, through the night, we had some strong winds. Very strong winds, and we've had a few problems. The other thing I want to do as well is, what's that currently looking at? Have I turned my field info off? Have I? I have. I'll leave my zone markers off for the time being. What we're looking at, 135 litres. So not long and we'll have another pallet. So we'll put that up on there. Actually, swing it around that way. That will do. So we'll get another pallet. But what I'm going to do is once that hits 150 and it plops another pallet of strawberries out, we're going to change things in here. Something I haven't really done, and I don't even think I talked about when I did the greenhouse video. Where are we? We've lost out. There we go. So this is the one we're in at the moment with strawberries, and the other one's set for lettuce. Now I only ever set mine on one, but you can, a few people commented on this, you can set them on multiple. So if I wanted to, I could set it on, I'm not going to press it on, I'll press it on and turn it off, but I could set it on tomatoes, lettuce and strawberries. And if you do, the beds, each set of 4, it kind of splits them between each bed, between strawberries, lettuce and tomato. So each greenhouse, you could run all 3 if you wanted to. And if you're using the much bigger greenhouse, that works out a little bit better because production is a little bit better, and obviously on how many days you're running. If I do it now on these slightly smaller greenhouses, and because I'm running each day as a day at the moment, we wouldn't get much being produced. But what I'm going to do is switch it from strawberries to tomatoes. We've done a load of strawberries. Lettuce is still going to tick over there. It's taking a little bit longer, but it's not a problem. We're going to switch this over to tomatoes, I think, is what we're going to do. The other thing we're going to do now is, oh yeah, don't forget to do your advent calendar if you haven't done it already. What we've decided to do here in the SealyP household, my daughters did it last year, and this year we decided to take part as well, myself and Mrs. SealyP, and that's to like a 12 days of Christmas, kind of like an advent. Now, another 12 days of Christmas, usually the true meaning of it runs, I can't remember the dates now, but it runs through, and it's till after Christmas as well. But what they do, or what they did last year, was they started on the 13th, I think. Yeah. And each day they give each other a gift. So rather than Christmas Day there being loads and loads and loads of presents, you have a run up to Christmas and you get lots of smaller things. And they set an amount for each day. You can go over it or under it by a little bit. You can go way over it if you want to. So you go out, and on the run up to Christmas you buy a load of presents. So each day everyone gets a present on the run up to Christmas. It's brilliant. It's been really, really good. And today, one of my daughters, we do it as a like a secret Santa kind of thing. They all kind of work out who's got who once all the drawers been done kind of thing. But one of my twins that got me, and no, I've scared it off already. There's another one just there. It's a lovely scene, isn't it? With the frost on the ground, and it seems a bit clearer. I've had a few days of kind of real, kind of misty, grey, bit of snow in the air as well. It seems a little bit brighter today. Yeah, today I got, because I'm a bit of a Star Wars nut, I got a Stormtrooper mask decanter. So it's clear glass with a stopper in the top, and it's moulded, shaped off of the original 1976 Stormtrooper helmet mould, which actually my Stormtrooper helmet is also. So it's a decanter of a Stormtrooper helmet. It's absolutely fantastic. Love it. Looking forward to tomorrow's gift. Anyway, yes, that's what we've been doing. We've kind of enjoying that. So, strong winds last night. We've had some trees blow down. We've got this one here. We've got a slightly large one blown down over here. I don't think there are any others. This one's a fair bit bigger. So what we're going to be doing in this episode, because I did all the contracts for, I've talked about that, for all the cultivating's done. Every single cultivating job there was, I did. I only put 6 on that little picture, but I did them all. We've got a whole load of harvesting ones left. We should then, if we go further down, have some ploughing ones, and we've got quite a few sowing contracts available now as well, which we'll gradually work our way through as well. But for the time being, I need to go and get a wood chipper. So I haven't even checked on what the horsepower requirement is. I'm hoping the new tractor will work perfectly. So we're going to go down to the store. We're going to check out a new harvester. Like I say, that wasn't on the books for today. I'll take our new one. Let's take the new one. Our new old one. That's the point, actually. Ooh. Ooh. It's nice looking, isn't it? I wonder what it's going to cost to do the repairs on it. We get the repairs done. We'll go and get a wood chipper. It's only going to be a small wood chipper. We're going to delimb stuff. Some of the bigger stuff we might have to leave. Oh, looks nice. Repair, 745. We can afford that. Paint condition? No, I'm quite happy leaving that for the time being. I think it adds a bit of character. Have to find a home for the harvester now. So I think what we might do is pick up a few harvesting jobs, and then maybe with the money, mind you, we could do with the harvesting. Mind you, if I do sugar beet harvest, that's what I was going to do, wasn't I? I was going to do some sugar beet harvesting. I'm not going to need my harvester, my new harvester, for doing sugar beet. So maybe if we do some of those and get a bit of money for those contracts, we can then buy the header. Like I said, I've got enough money to do it now. I was saving up, thinking in my head, getting the New Holland harvester. I've still been going around trying to find more of the toys off camera, and I'm desperately trying to find like sets of 10. And weirdly, every time I sort of find one, it says, "Oh, there's 5 more to find of this, and there's 6 more." It's like, how? I thought I'd found loads. I don't know where else to look. That's something of a loss, to say the least. Thank you for all the comments regarding what I could be or should be doing. Or I am seriously considering starting Elm Creek. If I do Elm Creek, I'm going to do a very different kind of start than this. I think we'll start with a bit more money, a bit more gear, a bit more land, and we'll kind of get into it. I want to do vineyards and do a whole load of stuff. I mean, obviously we've got all the Let's Plays to come on the run of FS22, however long it may be, whether it's a 2-year run or a 3-year run. We've got plenty of time. Sorry, I just knocked a box over by my feet. That's not good. We'll have time to do everything, of course we will. I want forestry. Oh yeah, that was something I was to say. Beet harvest. We've got to be careful when we take on a beet harvest. That's what we're going to use, the Heiser map. That's going to be expensive to lease. Are you kidding me? That's the smallest one we've got available now. 190 grand to buy new. They need 10 grand. I'm not going to make 10 grand on the wood chips. See, it's things like this that are kind of frustrating me now. Because it was always that thing that you could kind of rely on the fact if you got a wood chip or whatever bit of kit you were going to use, you would make enough on the wood chips to cover the cost of it. I'm not going to make any money on this, am I? At all. Mind you, I saved a fair chunk, I suppose, on the harvester. That's really annoying. We haven't got a choice. Oh no, it requires 200 horsepower. Ha 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 ha. Will it even turn on? Today's episode could just be me chopping up firewood, ready for when I can use this. I'm going to lease it. I'm going to take a punt. Hopefully it will turn on. Hopefully it will run. We have already got a chainsaw, so that's good. Mind you, it's a lot bigger than the Heiser map we used to have. Well, it will get there. That might be all it does. God, it's a bit of a brute compared to what we've had before. I'm interested to see how this all unfolds. Haven't used one yet, so let's give it a go. It's going to be a lot of branches and stuff being thrown into this. Some of the larger bits of tree trunk. I'll see if we can use the chainsaw to chop it into smaller bits. If we can, we will. Also thinking I might just run straight through with this one. What I'll often do is break the episode into sort of 2 or 3 chunks. But again, if we're aiming for kind of 35-40 minutes, we'll see how we go. I've been giving a lot of thought to the potential Christmas Eve stream and Christmas Day. Christmas Day's episode, day 25, will be a much shorter episode. It will really just be a kind of wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Sort of if anyone wants to watch it on Christmas Day, that'd be wonderful. Obviously nobody has to because you're going to be busy doing your own stuff. But I think, yeah, well, unless something amazing happens between now and then and mods do start to pop up again or anything changes, we'll see. But if not, we'll worry about it near the time. But I'll go and get the trailer out of the barn. I know I'm driving across what I've already seeded, but you know what? I think we'll be alright. Let's unfold this. I suppose I could use the crane. Of course, I've opened it the wrong way around. I thought it was the other way. There we go. So this will hold 16,000 litres. apparently. That's better. But it doesn't... Oh, so I was going to get the trailer. Is that a Norga or is that for it unloading? I check my settings, don't I? Can I move the crane out of the way? I don't really want to use that. Let's close that. Unless we really have to. Don't really want to. Turn the engine off for a minute. Let's go to... No, let's go to... Unload here, don't want to doing that. Actually, let's try and unload. Ah, that's alright. So I can tip that from a height into my other trailer. I wasn't sure if I could. That's cool. So what we'll do, turn it off for the time being. We've got some stuff to chop up. We've got, let's grab the John Deere, let's grab the trailer and put it next to it. So we can unload into it. All good fun till someone loses a limb. I told you it was a bad idea getting a wood chipper for Christmas. That'll probably be alright there. Let's do this. Right. Not quite sure, like I say, how well this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Chainsaw seems very efficient. I could, I suppose, be thinking about firewood. We could be stacking some firewood up. I've done that before on winter ones. I think Sussex Farm, I think I did. We were helping out locals and did stuff like that. But I think what we'll do for the time being, we just need to clear it. Got a bit of movement there. It's fairly efficient. I don't know how big the pieces it's going to let us pick up. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I don't know if it's going to let me. Hang on. There we go. Just trying to get some of the extra bits off. How much we're actually going to get off this? It's a bit longer, isn't it? I like doing jobs like this. I was reading up today about all the tornadoes across the US. I hope everyone's alright. If any of you guys are in the zone, so to speak, I hope everything's okay. It's looking pretty scary, I'm not going to lie. We're kind of lucky in that respect here in the UK. We don't really have much of a problem with that kind of thing. And we have had them. We've had high winds and hurricanes and things in the past, but nothing like that. Okay. let's turn this on. Was it turned on? It was. Let's see what we can do. I haven't produced any wood chips at all. I'm not sure I'm going to get any off this, am I? All these small ones, I don't think I'm going to get anything. There was me really hoping we'd get a whole load of wood chips off these branches, but I don't think we're going to. Mind you, it's a good test. There's any... I know on the little hyzer mat we used to have, these kind of branches, it was just bread and butter, that was what it was for. But it looks like this could be a bit of a... Nothing? Really? Does that say 1 litre? It's not like I need to unload it. Should be automatically going to the trailer. Let's try something a little bit thicker. I mean, that first one was a big old solid bit. I'm definitely not going to make my money back. I have to go around the farm cutting up every tree I can find. There we go. That's more like it. To be fair, up at the sawmill, where we did a load of the forestry for them, there are a load of trees pre-cut that the guys up the sawmill have done, which we can go and wood chip or log, or they do need them to be removed. So at some point we could, if we wanted to, we could go up and get rid of a load. I quite like the size of this. I mean, using the crane, we could definitely do it with bigger logs and that kind of stuff. These smaller ones, like I say, I was really hoping it would be that kind of, we'd get something for them, but it's not to be, is it? Oop. I guess the thing with that being, if we, yeah, if they disappear when you do that, it's kind of a good indication you're not going to get anything from them. Oh, that's where it's snapped down. Okay, well, at least that's that one cleared. The other one's going to be a little bit bigger. How are we looking wood chip wise? We're not going to make our fortune. Although, where are we going to take this to actually? Price wise, we can take this to biomass, can't we? Pretty sure wood chips. Oh good, prices are all flatlining. South Valley Biomass Energy 165. That's alright. I thought that's where we might take them. Let's provide some biomass energy. I don't really want to start going around the edge of the field and taking down all of Chris and Angie's trees. It's just, like I say, these were blowdowns. So, we'll go with that. There was another little bit here. We get nothing for. Oh, okay. I'll take that back. Turn that off. Let's move that over. We'll get a little bit closer over there. 3,000 litres. I mean, we will make a little bit of money. Not a huge amount. Just wondering whether it is worth me going up further. This one's got quite a thick trunk on it. Some of the bits I think will, like I say, we'll try and cut some of these in half. Or something approximating half anyway. I do like all the different opening operations, all these things. That's cool as well. As you start using it, the old PTO revs up the engine. Okay, you can calm down now. Bring that over. I'm enjoying myself immensely. Oh, hang on, this one. Yes, I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, 16th, maybe some sugar beet. And I'm not promising anything. It depends on the day. I've got so much to do. It's a problem as well as on this run up to Christmas. I know people saying, "Oh, you know, you should do this and add this in," and I absolutely want to, with the best will in the world. When you've got stuff to organise and prep for, especially because we're not at home for Christmas, we're at my brother's. So we've got a load of stuff we've got to do in preparation for kind of not being at home. It does make life a little bit trickier, but I suppose a lot of people do kind of travel for Christmas as well. There's something nice about spending Christmas at home, but I'll be honest, the last few times we've done this and been to my brother's for Christmas, I absolutely love it. My kids are all grown up, so are my brothers. Like I say, my youngest is 18. His youngest, yeah, same age. But they love it, you know, they all, you know, we all have a real laugh in the evening before Christmas Eve, and but everyone loves waking up together. I don't know, it's a really nice thing, isn't it? And then the annual Seal Boxing Day barbecue, we've been doing that for a long time now as well. I know it sounds crazy, but it's fantastic fun. Leftovers from Christmas, we always do way too much veg, you know, and everything. So we now have big trays of veg. Obviously there'll be turkey, there'll be gammon, all the stuff left over from Christmas Day. Then we have loads of different, say gourmet sausages, not really, but all different kind of flavoured sausages. It's brilliant. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I haven't been feeling particularly Christmassy, weirdly, at the moment, but the thought of that does make me, you know, very excited and happy. Did I just cut down a branch? I think I just cut down a branch off another tree. I did. I'm so sorry, Chris. Oh, please don't be cross with me. Right, let's do that one. I think we'll get a bit more off this. Gotta be careful, it's going to roll towards me. Oh no, we're alright. So the thing I want to test out with this as well is whether or not, as it used to on FS19, whether or not when you get some of the bigger logs, you used to be able to cut them in half. I used to enjoy that when I did an episode, or I did stuff where I was actually doing firewood, you know. Was it the Old Stream Farm? Or the Valley of the Old... No, I'm trying to think now. Where you could actually throw the logs onto the fireplace, and you would get paid for them. Let me pick that chunk up, it will. Oh, that's alright, so I can throw that in as it is. But what I wanted to test as well was, if I do that and drop it down, can we still cut it in half? I think we can. It needs to be longer to get proper sort of split, but it's always curious just to make sure, because some of the ones, if they're a little bit heavier, you can cut them down the middle. And hopefully, there we go, look at that. Perfect. Right, hold on just a second. I'm pretty sure I've probably been going for nearly half an hour as it is. I honestly can't believe I did that. Let's get rid of all the small bits if we can. So I'm not sure how... So not going to that one, there we go. How big we're going to get away with here. Let me pick that. That's too heavy. Well, whatever happens, I'll either get this all done, or we'll get a load and we'll take it to the biomass plant anyway, because I want to go there as well. Haven't really done that yet either. But at least the tree itself, all the branches and stuff that were all kind of down and hanging across the track and stuff here will have been cleared. Axis is alright. It's good as well, it's now 11:32. I like the fact when I first came down, all the frost was on the ground. I hadn't even noticed it's gradually cleared, but this little kind of metal bridge was completely white with the frost on top of it. Little features and touches like that are really making it. Right, let's get this going. That's only too long. Too long. It's frustrating because I'm not going to barely get any wood out of these, I don't suppose. Nope. Come on, there has to be something. It's still timber, regardless. There we go. That's more like it. Too heavy? Too heavy. Blimey. Come on. Tell you what, I'm glad I got that. I know it's still 170 horsepower, 200 horsepower requirement. It is running it. I don't think I would have got away with it necessarily with the Steyr. That can't still be too heavy. It is. What's going on? That can't be too heavy. Okay, what we'll do, I'll get the rest of this wood chips. I'll see you if I get a full load of 16,000 litres I need to unload into my trailer. I mean, I'll need to unload into the trailer anyway, because I will deliver it in my trailer. I might switch over tractors, just because I want to use the massive one. There we go. And I'll see you when this is all cleared up. Like I say, these bigger bits might be a bit of a problem. If it's still too heavy to pick up a section like this. So let me do that. That would be cool. I never got a chainsaw. Would it be cool to have an axe? You could spend, I would spend hours just splitting firewood. How are we looking? Okay. I don't really want to jump up in there because it's probably going to be dangerous and a little bit silly. But you can see the wood chips in there. That one's a bit more gnarly. That's going to be a little bit trickier, I think. It's 12:30, just gone lunchtime. We are now cleared, all here. I have just moved it and piled it all up here because we have a full load. So what we're going to do is jump in, and what we should be able to do now is that's an 18,000 litre. Don't know how much more we're going to get. I'll throw the rest in. I'll be honest with you, the log dynamics are a bit peculiar. Some of the logs like this, big old chunks, I'm picking up no problem at all. I don't really want to go in. But I've got some of these bits, look how they're off the ground. It's like they're still attached. Some of them I had to cut up so small because I couldn't lift them, it wouldn't let me. So yeah, it's a bit odd. Some of them, it's almost like there's still branches attached, and I've been round them trying to cut off everything I can. If you do get a log that is too big, because this isn't designed for like big chunky stuff. That sort of method of using a chainsaw and cutting it in half works quite well. So I'll get the rest of this finished. If it's more than my trailer will hold, so be it. I'll do another load later on. But once we've filled the trailer, we'll take it to the biomass heating plant. We'll get this unloaded. But what I intended to do was clear those 2 trees, which has now been done. The deer are back, look. And yeah, so the paths are clear and we're good to go. And like I say, I think maybe sugar beet next. Whoa, that was odd. It was like it was shooting a tendril out to get me. What we'll do as well, let's have a quick look in here. Back up to the harvesting ones. Yeah, I had a few people message and say be very wary on sugar beet harvests, because if you get the trailed ones, they don't always give you a topper, and you need a topper. I think all the ones here, yeah, I think they all come. You've got the topper and the harvester and the tractor, and then there'll be trailer and stuff, I would imagine, to carry it. I think there's another one. Was that one potatoes? Yep. There you go. They all seem to come with a topper, so we should be all right with that. I thought I'd better check and make sure, because you know, you never know with those kind of things. But the sugar beet one's going to take a while. I'll pick one, and we'll do that. Maybe that one pays out okay, and then that will give us a bit of money back. I think, like I say, I'm not even going to break even, I don't think, on this with regard to covering the cost of the wood chipper. But you know, sometimes you just got to swallow it. I mean, if I was just hiring this to make wood chips to put out on beds as a kind of a mulch, like seed beds or flower planters or something like that, I wouldn't be making any money from it. It would just be the, it would just be the, I'd have to swallow the cost. See what I mean? Suspended animation log. How bizarre. Well, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. That small pile that was down there gave me 13,381 litres. How weird. So we'll fill the trailer up. I'll come back and do another load off screen just to get it delivered. The John Deere could take it, but like I say, I want to use the Massey. I'm curious as well what I'll do off screen. Can I get this wood chipper to run with the 140 horsepower of the John Deere? That's something I'll do off screen. If I remember, I'll tell you tomorrow whether it works or not. Nope, the mirrors are driving me mad. I know a few people have suggested different things to sort the mirrors out, but which way do I want to go? We'll go cross country. Right, I'll see you at the biomass heating plant in a minute. Who knows, maybe we'll make a little bit of money. We won't go all the way to covering the cost, but probably most of the way. Can't remember what it said it was paying now, but it's all good. Nearly there. And when we unload, that will be the end of this episode and our first foray into wood chipping, albeit on a fairly small scale. Are we going to do more at some point? We might well do. We might go a bit bigger, we might go with some larger equipment. I'm pretty sure it's just turned off all of the, there we go. But we are providing materials to provide energy for the local community as well. It's a win-win. Yeah, we're not going to make on it. £2 back, £3 back, maybe. £3. What did it cost me to lease it? Nearly 10 grand for the wood chipper. Never mind. It's not about the money. It's about the enjoyment of using a chainsaw and a wood chipper. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Tomorrow, like I say, probably some sugar beet. Well, yeah, that may all change. You know me, it can all change in a heartbeat. It could snow overnight. Who knows what's going to happen? Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.